For this video, I'm showing the 1970 Fastback. It's a Boss 302 that you see here behind me. In this video, I'll go around the car, show you everything that's been done to it. I'll just do a walk around on it so you can see all the panel gaps and how everything fits. This car is for sale the way that it sits. Just like the other video, if you've seen my other one I just had posted, or I'll post it after this one. I'm not sure which one will come up first, but I have a 67 Shelby clone shell. That is a S-code car. All the metal work's been done. Most of the body work has been done, so it needs bare minimum before it's sprayed. This car has no filler or anything in it. It's just the E-coatings or the weld-through primer that's coming on these panels here from new. But for this shell, it is originally a 70 Boss 302. It's a red with a white interior car. Highly optioned. It is a really nice packaged car. I have a Marti Report on this one. It is, let's see if I can remember all the things. Rear window slats. So everything that body-wise that this car had from the factory, I did a while, because my intentions are putting it back to original. So if I don't sell the shell the way that it sits, I'll put it together, which is usually what I do for almost every car that I build that's mine. I'll do the shell, list it available as a shell, and if it doesn't sell, I'll put the whole car together and sell it that way. But this car, like I said, it was a red exterior, white interior, deluxe interior. Rear window slats, rear deck spoiler, 391 gear shaker hood, so I have the shaker cut out for it. The power steering, and then it has all the main pieces that all the bosses had. But it has the up and up of everything other besides the rear gear. It's not a, it's not a 430 gear or anything like that, but it's a 391. So well optioned car. So what I'll do is I'll do a video around it, and then I'll come back, show you all the stuff that is done to it. I have some new suspension on it, some stuff's been powder coated, then I have a ton of original pieces and some new stuff that's going to go with the car. I have the original dash tag, the original buck tag that's on the rad support. Those are where they're supposed to be. It has the VIN aprons on the top, and I have the Marti Report for it. So we'll just walk around the car and show you what it is. And just to point out some things to notice on the shell, this car has had pretty much as much metal replaced as it needs, which is, for one of these cars, it's a lot. You can see obviously fenders, doors, quarters, roof rails. It's just your main inner structure was saved. It was blasted, coated, and then reassembled, all the panels all around it. But shaker trim ring is in place like it would have originally had. I go back, do all my gaps, which you can see in the videos there. Everything is pretty straight, way past what originally it would have been. I go over them in detail pretty good to make sure that everything looks good in the end and everything is lined up. Inside, everything is a black epoxy primed, that was bare. So all the floor and the inside of the bottom of the roof panel was all coated. So that's all good to go. It's just all the sheet metal is done and it's ready to go to a painter, so they can do your filler work and then paint. Seat frames are all original. They've been blasted and powder coated, and they work the way that they're supposed to. The latches are on the bottom there, and they've been gone through to make sure that they all work properly. It has an original dash in there. There is one small hole on the other side that someone had put some sort of different knob on it, but it could be fixed. The package tray, this was a non-fold down seat car, so that stuff's just all in place, but it's all coated. I went ahead and fit the rear window louvers, so all the nut inserts are in place, and that all fits the way that it should, along with mounting the rear spoiler, so the holes are all done for that. I went over and checked the fitment of the side marker lights here, because they're never the right size when these are stamped. The other side actually didn't have a hole in it at all, so I put in a marker light, which I have new ones sitting in the piles, and made sure that that fit. But trunk gaps are all done as well, so everything's nice and straight. And as far as suspension, everything is rollable. I just have a steering link in between the wheels there, so it's movable. There's no steering components on it, but it has new Magnum 500s, 15x7s, with new BF Goodwrench tires all around. They're all the same size. The rear end is an original 9-inch from a different Boss that I had, which was blasted and powder coated. It has new leaf springs on the back, new shackles. The staggered shock bracket is welded, is reinstalled in the new floor pan, so it has the staggered shock location mounts, so that's all good to go for the Boss specific. Up front, I have new upper and lower control arms from Scott Drake. Those are original coil springs that were blasted and powder coated, and I have original spindles on that are blasted and powder coated, and I have new rotors on the front with the hubs in them, new wheel bearings, and they are greased, so everything's good to go there. I have original brake brackets and stuff like that, which I'll go over here and just show you. I do have pictures that I'll have online of all this stuff spread out. There's just so many pieces. Some things are duplicate from I had 3 Boss 302s, and some things are doubles, or maybe I have a triple of something. I have 2 brake boosters in that box there. But I have the original splash shields. Here's the hockey stick pieces, the corners on top of the package tray. I have the metal piece that goes in between. But fresh air vents, some dash. This is a bunch of dash pieces. The side trims going up the A-pillars. Steering box is in there. There's some original hood hinges and some original latches, and some of that stuff I just kept and put it in the boxes. The taillight bezel, a bunch of window pieces are in there. Like I said, 2 brake boosters. On this side, there's an original mirror, some extra trunk hinges, lots of latches from double cars, so if you wanted to use different ones, here's another set of rear sway bar mounts. I do have the whole sway bar for the rear. There's a Ford DOZ part number radio. It is a 350 gear end case. It is out of a different Boss that I had, which is what the rear end that's in the car came out of. So you have a good housing there if you can find the right gears for it. There's the pinion snub piece. This stuff was blasted and coated. Some original moldings, some new moldings. There's both the front and rear sway bar that are coated. A box of new pieces. Here's all your headlight pieces. Taillight gaskets. I have taillight bodies, bumper brackets, window guides, some random stuff of new stuff that I've just collected along the way. But I have pictures of it laid out, but you can get the gist of all the stuff that's coming with it. Everything that you see here is what comes with it. I don't have any extra pieces. There's door glasses. There's one of the original door panels, trim panels. Steering column from a different car because that's not the correct wheel, but it is the correct column. And two boxes. Two heater boxes. So those are all the pieces that I have to go with the car. And like I said, this is everything that's with the car. If someone was interested, I do have a top loader 4-speed with a Hurst shifter and the linkages. That is from a Boss 302. I could package that into the car separately. So the price that you'll see down in the description is for the car with all the parts with the Marti Report. And then if you wanted anything like that transmission extra, I have a Boss service block. That's a 331 stroker. I'll sell that along with it also at a separate cost. But I just figured I'll leave the drive line out of it because it's very specific, because it's kind of built. It's not as much stock, but it is a service block. So if you're interested, that could be packaged with it. But yeah, the shell, it's a good shell. It's good to go. So if you're interested in building a Boss, here's your chance. I think it's reasonably priced for all of the work that's done with it. You can find another shell like this that may be a complete shell, rusty. You're gonna have to either pay someone, or if you're doing it yourself, to take it all apart. You gotta blast it. You're replacing all the metal anyway. You're months ahead here. If you add up the cost on all this, this is a pretty good deal for this car, for how rare it is. So if you're interested, I'll have my email down below. I'll have the price down below. Send me an email and we'll go from there. And on my Instagram, I have pictures of all the parts laid out if you wanted to see that in more depth, or you can come check out the car and we'll set that up. But thanks for watching this video. Be sure to check out my other videos that I just am posting up here of the other two cars for sale, the 67 Shelby clone shell, and I have my Boss 302 resto mod that's done. That's also for sale. So I'll see you later.